That is a fuel and the coolant leak right there. It's the middle of the night, guys. We're right outside. We stay close to the shop. Shut off the battery charger for the 7.3 that's in there in the other bay. I didn't want to be that guy. I told Cody I'd shut it off, not leave it on. And I was looking around and I had all these rods set up, and I was actually, I got deep in thought because I really want this hole to be level, right? And so I was figuring how I was going to build this box here. And then I was like, why don't we build it out of steel? You know, and then looking around at some of the steel, I got some fixtures under there and stuff. We might even have what we need in the building to make that. We're gonna get to know each other fairly well. Do you all think it's crazy that I would cover the equipment, that I cover it? Like the valve grinder, see, like that one, see, I used it now, so I haven't all the way like done a job on it yet. Did you see what I did yesterday? I did like one grind, like done. That was the only real work that has done in this building yet. So, yeah. We'll basically store the covers on top of it so that it's hopefully be easy to take off. You know what I mean? But do you think it looks extremely not busy. Is that correct? I mean, that one's actually covering a job. Shine that thing up. It's like the job of the day. I'm just kidding. Actually, we're doing a cracked head test. So we got these little things right here. Let me show you. These little. Oh, did you just fill it?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
I started that one, but didn't do anything else.
Got these little rubber plugs. You just drop it down in there. You can use a Phillips screwdriver. Use it right in there. Pop it down in there, done deal. Okay, now we fill this with WD-40. Now we throw some pressure at it and look for bubbles out of the injector bore.
Truck and anything else.
Boy, that red truck is shining, isn't it?
I don't know, he loves that, yeah.
He loves that truck. The other one. Let's see, last one. Oh, hey. This is 7, so I'm all the way in the back. Try to fill them all the way up. Oh, that one's pretty good. Look at that. Okay, now what, Julie? A little bit of pressure. She's gonna crank that up a little bit, and we'll throw some pressure on it. And
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes.
Which one had the coolant on it?
5.
5, yeah.
This one right here. So now Julie's gonna throw some.
I'm trying. There we go.
We should see bubbles. Maybe. Possibly. Huh. So generally it will be on this passenger side, but if this is Ford Reman, if this passed, I mean, that means that the cylinder head on the driver's side very well could have spent its entire life on the passenger side. I've really only seen this crack happen on the passenger side. That's I mean, they just don't happen any on the driver's side. I mean, maybe it's something about heat with this HVAC box or something. I really don't know, but if this does not heed good results, well, then thought I saw something bubbling out of there, but it would come up. It would be more than that. Oh.
Do you need a little more pressure?
Yeah. 10? No, go more. What do I like sitting here? Go to like 15.
Okay.
That's 3. That's 5. Here's 7. How high are you in pressure?
About 15.
What's the longest you usually wait?
It's
Usually
instantly.
15 minutes.
Oh,
Instantly.
really? It's not like a wait 10 minutes sometimes?
Like high pressure oil? No.
Oh,
No, there's no resistance, so the air should just come right out instantly. Oh, there we go.
I cranked it up to about 20.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of there in the middle.
The bore of that the injector cup is pressed into, the bore has got a crack in it. It's pretty common. But it does look like in the middle there, doesn't it? Let me see a little flathead. Looks like it might be coming. We might be there.
That goes very, very weird and wet.
We got it. Yep.
I was so confident I didn't know if it needed it.
There we go. Okay.
That's what I see.
Try and get some of that away from the bottom and we can see where it's actually coming out of the hole at. Okay, so cylinder number 5, there you go. That is a fuel and a coolant leak right there. So let's double check and see if we have any other ones. Make sure it's just that one. That is 7. No. Okay, there you go. Fuel and coolant, cylinder number 5. So we are going to, you can kill it. So now we'll just pull these out. Go ahead and pull them out. WD-40 is pretty safe. It can just go down in the cylinder. It'll be all right. We're gonna be doing enough crap anyways right here. And
There's another battery.
so now we're gonna try, I have said many times that this is a 30% repair. The Bulletproof Diesel Cracked Head Repair Kit. We have it. Don wants to try it. He's willing to give it a go. So we're gonna drop that green Loctite in there and put this thing in and let's see if it does it. So at least we verified cylinder 5. That's freaking beautiful.
What if I drop like a piece of this down in here and put a hole right here and then just push on that steel that way? It'll make them straight, but if you push on this side, like right
Oh
up here,
yeah, it's gonna cock them all, isn't it? Try and move it now. Try and move that. Oh, it's not bad.
well, I mean, if
So
you
if we-
tighten that up, you know, with a wrench or whatever.
Yeah, and just press up against, like put a flat stock right here. And nut to that. Put the nut going through, pressing on a piece of steel down in there. Making the box. Cody's knocking it out. It's looking good. There's still R&D in here.
So it's flat.
Yeah, it sits good. It'll sit right on the table of the drill press, just nice. It's solid underneath there too, so it can hang off the drill press way off the side, can it, like this, when I'm drilling. Yeah, so we can hang it off the side and they're all attached. So now I'm just gonna be able to tighten it up so that they don't move. Wedge them in. Love that, love it. There we go, right there.
I'm gonna go modify and clean that up. It's
Yeah,
all gonna
we
get
can-
painted too.
It's gonna get painted too. It's gonna be pretty. So we're gonna weld a nut right there and put a bolt on this side, and we'll have that piece of flat stock down in there, and that nut, the bolt will go and press up against the flat stock, wedge in all the rods, and they'll all be tight. And then when we drill it here, they'll stay put. We can just bang them out real quick. That's gonna be awesome. That is freaking, oh yeah, nut it from the back. That way you can just weld it and go. That is gonna be awesome. Look at that. This is, man, you can't mess with that. That's freaking awesome. So I already did the other side. Anytime we do studs, I like to throw about a couple squirts of oil in it. We didn't take the side apart, but we got the glow plugs out. Throw about 3 or 4 squirts of oil in it before I bar it over. And now that the studs are tight, I'll go ahead and do a couple of revolutions and watch the valve train move. That way you just watch it, make sure everything functions how it's supposed to be, make sure the push rods are seated in the lifters. So, but before I do that, I like to throw a little oil in. That way those rings can be nice and wet and it'll go up to the head gasket and smash it all around. It's just gonna be nice. Okay, I got a little bug moment here. I actually tightened up the lifter retainer. It's way down in there. Oh, you can't see it. The lifter retainer right down there. Yeah, I don't remember torquing. I did not torque that. I tightened it down and it's 10 foot-pounds, it's nothing, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and send a 1/4 inch drive down in there just to, because I remember tightening it and Julie gave me a funny look when I said I tightened it and I didn't torque it, because I normally torque all 4 of them. I get the inch-pound torque wrench and long extension, and it's a procedure. But when I only did 1 of them, I didn't have no freaking procedure. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't drop a socket down in there and never see it again to try to make sure we can torque that to 120 inch-pounds.
It's just now starting to cut into it.
Weld it up, might as well clean the hole. Got a little, oh yeah. Need this to go all the way through and be nice and by hand. Ooh, are we gonna thread the steel too?
Mm-hmm. That's what you're threading right now.
Oh.
Is the steel.
Okay. Maybe we need a little oil in it. Maybe.
Just gonna go in spray cabinet when we're done anyway.
If anything will come out of it. Oh.
Yeah, I'm done.
Nothing. Oh, there's some. Yep, we're good.
Should be it.
Okay, now let's try to clean those threads off before we, maybe I'll take it over there and blow it with a blow gun or something before we back it back out of there, you know. Yeah.
How long ago did you,
I didn't plug it in. I just opened the valve.
so it's still technically.
See how pretty that hole looks. Sure, if it would focus.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it won't focus.
You got that bolt? I found it.
All the way through. Was it long enough?
Yeah. Should be about perfect. Okay, let's try it out right now.
Yep, fill it up. That worked good, huh?
Short side's the front side, just so everybody knows.
Short side, okay. Yeah. Oh, you did. You flipped it around. And a nice little box in there. That right there is beautiful.
Strategically placed.
Sure, they're all against the front. All tight. Look at that.
That right there is beautiful. Holy crap. Yeah, that is not gonna move at all.
Barely finger tight.
Just finger tight. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, buddy. Now we can drill them very easily. Now we can sick Joey on this. Now that Cody got it ready, Joey can take it from here. Oh, I did have a little moment. I was watching that video last night and I wanted to show, there is a spun rod bushing right there. Then over here, that's what happens when a bushing spins. That happens. That's why I'm having so much problem. There's one that spun. See it? That digs into the side of the piston right there. So yeah, I have epidemics of it. These are probably ones accumulated from multiple engines. So I know, I saw the comment that none of them were spun. I do. I see a lot of them. I mean, we take a lot of them apart. See, these are all good. It's just, but it does happen. No, that's not spun. That one's still good. I'm just throwing them all over the place. Yeah, that one still looks good. And that one still looks good. So, you know, there's a couple of them. I mean, they do spin. So that's why we're going through all the issues with making that fixture, because, you know, there's two things. We've got a rod hone now, so we can size the bushing so that it doesn't seize up, because I feel that the pin was too tight. That's why these all seized. So we can make sure we got enough clearance for it, and we're adding holes so that as the connecting rod is in operation, the piston cooling jets are squirting oil up here on top, and there is going to be some more oil get inside of here because we have a hole in it. So hopefully we never ever have any of ours do this. That is a pain in the butt when the grease gun is messed up.
Well, it's got grease on it.
Yeah, it's threading in just fine.
Yeah, it's like,
It's
nice.
wonderful.
All right.
So we got to get this charged and get a functioning manual grease gun, because none of us here have, well, I guess we do. I guess I had a couple of them, little cheesy bastards. But we have to pump this thing up, and
Yeah, now it's a mess. I think it's probably already set, yep.
yeah, it's good.
Now we're getting there. All right, I'll put all the crap out.
Now he's going to put the tool in. He's already got the tool in right there with the injector hold down on. Now you're going to shoot that. You already put the green in it?
No,
Not yet.
that's just ready for the green. I wanted to get this ready first.
Get that thing ready, and then in the meantime, the Army is working. They are working hard. They are making it happen. Joey, pull your pants up. Jeez Louise, my God. This is supposed to be a family channel. Dude, that's way better. Good job. Fixed it right there. It was just running horribly bad, banging and clattering around.
Okay.
Okay, so I did not
Can't
know.
really see down in the hole, but
Okay.
okay. Good
Let's
job.
look and see what this is. This tightened the retainer on the lifter. You see, it got a little lubricator plate on it.
Yep.
That way, I double checked that bolt, because I didn't actually put a torque wrench on it. I just tightened it. It was good.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna throw the glow plugs back in. Let's get that done. Julie's torque and inject, or glow plugs. I'm gonna open up the injectors, and let's get injectors in, because I do wanna go ahead, injectors in now, and then we'll put the plugs through. And once again, I would love to put the oil rail on and valve covers, but I want to get the harnesses plugged in. I might just go ahead and, because I would like to have the valve cover covered, have it done, and it would look just like that, just like those. If we have our option, I would rather have the intake on. That way I can put the Fickum harness on and plug everything in before we cover it with the oil rail. But I might just go opposite of my routine for this and just get the valve covers on so both sides match, and then we can just go to the center, start throwing stuff on there, and then we'll go to the bottom.
When do you want to do this?
Soon. Hand sensor.
Oh.
So let's not wonder if I torque these injectors. Let's not forget. Let's go ahead and do it right now. Doing 26.
I missed him torquing number 8, but he did torque it. There we go. Click, click. Little oil in those holes. Some oil on the new O-rings.
Finger on here, straighten it up, bang it through.
And even though the cab's not on, we still use our guide studs.
I guess, and fresh set of injectors here, pretty good. Here, just stay with us there. I'll thread these on, even though it's cab on. Not sure how much oil. Now you find out how much oil we actually drained out of the oil rail. So, guide studs are on, take a little bit of oil, squirt just a little on the nipple cups and rub it around just so they're a little wet. And we'll pick this up. And for a minute I want to mimic it. We'll do that.
That oil to drain out of there.
Now we gotta do it quick. Line this one up. Line this one up. Okay, up here, under here. Peace. Line those two up and then fast and spin it up. Did I spill any? Now, if you can look under there, I'm hovering above the injectors. I'm not in there yet. See, I'm just hovering it above them, right?
Yep.
So I can go down, line it up, and I know it's lined up. And now keep it straight. I could push it right here and it would pop down and go at an angle. Don't do that. We can hold it right here, hold it straight, and pop that sucker on. There you go. Done. Now, you know you got it on good if the guide studs unthread easily. Because there are times you pop it on, and if it pops on and everything moves a little bit, then the guide studs won't come out by hand. They'll be bound up, and then you have to wiggle it around a little bit. That lets you know that you kind of screwed up and moved the nipple cups. So I want these to come out smooth.
Doing a little vacuum.
Fine.
Has it moved at all yet?
No,
No?
we were doing it all. We just started. I don't know how long it takes to actually start pulling it back on the truck.
What's the pressure on top of the gauge over there?
None.
None? Something's open there.
Well, it's sucking on now, though.
Is it?
Yeah. I checked it with my finger before we put it in there.
Oh, that degas hose right there is off. Plug that.
Oh, that would make a difference.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That one hose off there.
Now we'll see what it
Yeah,
does.
that should help.
So what's happening over here?
This thing is, it's got too much oil in it and it's spitting it out the exhaust. So we're just gonna let it run a little bit more until it gets the oil level down to the proper amount. That's actually a joke. It is spitting oil out of the exhaust. At a good rate too. When that thing is running, it is being fed with oil. It was drip, 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 like going fast. So it's got a fresh turbo in it. So, where would we go from here? Well, I mean, we don't really want to know what I would suggest, but because what I would suggest is that we take the turbo back off and start it with no turbo. You know, then we would see from each individual manifold, from each up pipe, where it's blowing out at and where the oil's coming from. Fuck. That's nuts. It's pouring a lot out. It's a lot. Like the exhaust is physically going to be full. And if that fresh turbo that, 2 days ago, I showed you that video of that turbo. I showed you the nameplate of it. So, I mean, I would think odds are pretty low that the fresh turbo is also blowing all that oil out. I mean, I guess check the level and make sure that it's not just dripping it out of the exhaust. It could have still been in the exhaust. Has the oil been getting low? I mean,
I added 9 quarts. It was on full. I drove it, pulled it back in, and added 2 more. So I'm not checking again.
with that much right there, it should be low again, huh? But that could, I mean, it won't take much oil. If he physically had the exhaust pipes full of oil and now you just have it getting warm now, the oil's all getting warm and starting to flow good, found a leak, maybe. We could hope. We could hope that that is oil that was in the exhaust. Goodness gracious, look at that, dang. Okay, any of you guys ever done cups in a 7.3 and somehow the cups didn't get done? Because remember, this had cups done on one side before it got here. The owner did. So is there anybody ever had a kind of a messed up injector cup install that winds up with oil in the cylinder? Like high pressure oil leaking into the cylinder somehow? Because it's pouring out. You just check the oil and it is empty. We need a longer dipstick mod. We need to do that. So just sitting here thinking now, where else could it be coming from? You know, I mean, that turbo. Or do you really think that it's coming out of the exhaust, going up through the turbo, and it's coming from a cylinder somewhere? I mean, that is an absolute drag to think about taking that turbo back off just so that we can do some diag. Why do you think that's an option? Yank that sucker off and fire it up?
I won't take it off.
We would see if it's coming from one of the up pipes. We would see if oil's coming out of there, but it'd be
hard to tell from there because it's just a Y pipe, just like fucking 6.0s.
I bet you if we did a video in slow motion or something and had it zoomed in and looked on it,
see which way.
We could probably see what side it comes out of, maybe.
I guess down in there farther it'll be dry.
It should be wet as a mother, wherever the hell it's coming from right now. But if it's too much oil, then it could come up from one side of
and leak down the other side.
and then leak down the other.
But
yeah.
doesn't it suck it in?
It should.
The turbo? Are you recording?
Since I'm driving it, I figured I better put some batteries in it. Can't tell on these old batteries.
So
how
pretty.
old they are.
On the old ones?
Yeah. Let's see any
18.
18.
Yeah.
5 years old then, so.
March 21st, 2018. I can't see that one. That one's wore off. Okay, right now we need to find that valve cover bolt that Chris dropped. Let's see if we can find that little girl. Look around. Otherwise, I'll just go to the boneyard, but we'll see if he can find his own. So I pulled a cam sensor out. Obviously, it's been sitting like that for about weeks, but I do think it was leaking from the middle. I think it was. So, because the O-ring is good. It was not leaking from it. If there was oil, it had to have been coming from from inside of there. So oil this up a little bit and then we'll throw it in. Put a fresh coat of paint on the BD manifolds. See how well that holds up. Got the mating surface cleaned up. And button some of this up over here. Got starter in, AC compressor, battery cable, block grounds. All that stuff's done here. So I like to work on the bottom. We'll get the manifold on, that way I can put the power steering pump on, and then we're done down there. Then I can go back up top, get the pump, oil cooler intake. Yeah. Putting the oil cooler in. This other one had a slight rat's chance of leaking. Looked like it might have been. Had a ring in the degas bottle. Now we'll, nope, I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, there's that. Oil this up. Oil that. Throw another little squirt on there. Take it, put it in the bore. Move that up. Now we got these O-rings on here, so I tend to go. Take this and set it upside down on it. That way it holds it. It still could fall out. just like that. 13s. Let's get the intake put on. Get in there. Put the dipstick back in. All right, guys, so we have been digging through all our stuff and we completely spaced off crush washers for these little guys right here, all these banjo bolt crush washers. And we are going to just use OE ones, which we have some old ones. We have some, but not the right ones, which we have a whole bunch of those. But that's these. So we don't have any more of these. Julie's been tearing through everything over there, looking around, looking through all the filing cabinets and looking through all the parts. And we found one. Let's put it on here and make sure that it's good. Yep. So we'll have to get OE ones. Maybe tomorrow. So thought we was gonna get a big fire burn under us and get some stuff put on, but before I get too carried away, I want to have these crush washers. I do not want to. Yeah, I don't want to take any chance on those fittings leaking front or back, because I mean all the fittings are on there and somehow we don't have them. Well, dang it. So still got to clean off that thermostat housing too. It looks like crap. So we're going to call that an end of the day. It's actually Friday, so it's the end of the week. We got a pretty good chunk done. We got no crush washers. Dang it. It's a little dirty here. Oil cooler seal kit. Putting it back together. No, banjos just kills it though. Kills it. I do not want to do anything until those are back together, because the routing is all funky and I do not want to rush ahead. So we're done. We're gonna have to go ahead and let it sit. So maybe we'll get some tomorrow, but we're actually leaving the shop, so we're gonna be gone for the weekend. It's Friday night, so we'll I guess we'll be back on Monday, won't we? We'll be back. It'll still be sitting here waiting on us. Have a good day, guys.